14 and 15. I love watching the numbers go up for everything, but especially webinars. Okay. Yes, if you're here in the chat, say GM and where you're tuning in from. Don't be shy. Awesome. Berlin. Okay. So we're at 2 minutes past 11. And I think let's kick things off. So hello everyone and welcome. Today we are on workshop number 3 of the Build the New Internet Hackathon by Wallet Connect, Safe, Magic, 1inch, and Coinbase. This is a special workshop. It is a very safe space, and by safe space I mean we have Germán Martinez, who is DevRel at Safe, presenting a workshop on universal wallets with Safe and via AppKit. So I'm really excited to invite Germán today. I'm personally very excited about this feature. So universal wallets is I'll let Germán kind of explain. He'll do it way better than me, but it's a really special and underrated one in my opinion. So excited to kind of kick things off. This webinar will be recorded, uploaded to YouTube. Currently, it is being streamed live to the YouTube as well. So let's get all those audience members in from everywhere. So let me quickly drop the track URL in here so that if anyone is watching and they want to reference just exactly what the track calls for, this is a co-sponsored track between Safe and Magic. Jump into that link, have a read, and grab some more context. Cool. So, Germán, I'm really excited. I'll hand things over to you to get things started.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here personally and also being representing SAFE and sponsoring this hackathon. And I agree what you said. It's a very relevant topic, universal wallets. So I will share my screen. And I will throw a hook here saying that if you stay until the end, at the very end, I will share the bounties with all of you. I know they are already public, but maybe some ideas can be shared as well. So I would like to start with some questions. Like, how would you feel about owning a safe without worrying about passkeys? And this can be interactive, and feel free to write your opinion in the chat as well. How would you feel about owning a safe without worrying about gas? And how would you feel about owning a safe that you can take anywhere or almost anywhere with you? And all these 3 things together. This is what we are going to discuss today in the Universal Wallets with AppKit workshop. So you already introduced me. I'm Germán, developer relations at Safe, working with a team of 4 people. We are passionate about Safe and want to showcase what we do and what Safe is, what is what can be done with it and the benefits that it adds to the ecosystem. So in this workshop, I will be following this agenda, discussing a little bit what universal wallets are, where can you find them, or how to use them, the benefits. Then the AppKit demo. Wallet Connect already has some repositories with some demos and frontends you can test, and we can take some advantage of that. I will explain or describe how to integrate Safe in your application if you are getting Safe from the AppKit, how to sign transactions, execute transactions, and some other things like contract interactions or sending transfers, and some resources at the end that we will see from our docs, what SDKs we have available, how they work, or what functionality you can extract from them. So let's start with universal wallets. Universal wallets are, as described by Wallet Connect, the simplest way to access the best of the new internet. So universal wallets allow or provide Web3 users the ability to access blockchain applications with just one email address or a social account, like in Web2 that we are used to. Also, universal wallets allow users to access their accounts everywhere, as long as the applications that are using integrate, in this case, the AppKit or this kind of technology. And of course, ideally, this is done without sacrificing the Web2 experience. So this is the AppKit model that embeds universal wallets wrapped with a nice UX and focused on security, because of course it uses Safe. And here, on the one hand, it facilitates the first steps to the newcomers in this Web3 space. And on the other hand, it also allows more experienced users just to enjoy a more natural flow of using their accounts or to access blockchain applications. So some of the features this includes are these ones. Universal access, this means that users can log in apps that have the AppKit integrated with the same social account or email. Even if they use multiple applications, they will always be able to access the same account. So in some way, you can say that the smart account is portable, and the assets you collect from one application, you can see them in other applications as well, because this is done in a deterministic way. Also simplified login, as we shared before. User experience-wise, having Web2-like logins is more convenient for users, and you don't have to worry about taking care of your private keys or complex setups, at least at the beginning during the onboarding. We will see some options that users have later, after some time. And also, the AppKit specifically provides usernames as well, powered by ENS, that gives a kind of digital identity for their users. Now, powered by smart accounts, I might be a bit biased, but this is my favorite one. Universal wallets from the AppKit are built on top of Safe, bringing all the benefits of smart accounts to their users. We will see which ones later, but primarily these are security and smart account features, maybe gasless transactions or batch transactions, or maybe session keys, or some things that are related to UX and security. Also, extended wallet functionality. In the case of the AppKit, it also integrates other projects participating in this hackathon as well, that provide features like swaps or on-ramp, sending and receiving funds. So users have everything handy in the same place. And here you get an idea why it's called universal accounts, because you can take them everywhere and do everything in the app, in this model. And lastly, very important, lock-in free. This means that it starts with a custodial solution, where in this case the user provides their email address or social account. Here, using a service like Magic, they can derive an Ethereum account from that social account that Magic is taking care of. So this is why it's custodial at the very beginning. This externally owned account, we use it as the signer of the safe. And ideally, users will be using that safe and interacting with the application via that safe account. But it's also very good that the AppKit also offers or recommends the option of moving to a more self-custodial solution once they are ready for that. Primarily to prevent that they are locked with a specific solution. And if they consider it, then good. And here you can see how the widget shows all the different options to send, receive, swap, and on-ramp, see the balance, etc. So I already mentioned Safe many times, I think, but maybe some of you haven't heard of it much before in the past. So what is Safe? Safe is a smart account protocol, and we are working on building a smart account standard. Primarily, we are focused on account abstraction and everything related to it, and this means replacing externally owned accounts with smart contracts. With smart accounts, smart contract-based accounts like Safe, and benefiting from all the features that users can get. Of course, we are not doing this alone internally, secretly, but we are collaborating with multiple partners, other projects, and very special and very important as well, builders. And we invite you to be part of this builders community during this hackathon and maybe after as well. And all of these people are working together, trying to improve UX, providing the best security. Many of these participants are focused on many different topics and niches, but building on top of Safe, and we want to encourage that you try to experiment on different fields and think about how smart accounts like Safe can improve things there. Finally, Safe is a smart, modular smart account. It doesn't just offer the core functionality, like being a multi-signature account, because many people think of Safe like this, a multi-signature account, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. And the functionality of Safe can be extended, and there is so much more. This functionality can be added in different ways, but most common one would be Safe modules, for example. And many different things could be implemented. Here you can find a list of random ones, but maybe something cool that you could be working on during this hackathon is maybe a recovery mechanism, like a Safe module, because with this setup, the safes that are created via the AppKit are for personal use, and they only have one signer, meaning that at some point, if you lose not the private key, but the access to your social account or to your safe address, you will have your assets stacked. So maybe a recovery mechanism that at some point, under certain conditions, allow to add more signers to that safe account, or, well, you will need to think about it. Maybe something interesting as well would be automation of transactions, even if it's like the ETH transactions or automation of interaction with contracts from other protocols, because we are used to interact with dApps in real time, but there are some use cases where we want to schedule things, and that may be interesting as well. Or maybe defining very granular roles in case that an account has more signers added to it, and we want to define who can execute what kind of transaction there, and so many other things. So now we can check the AppKit demo, one of the ones that are provided by Wallet Connect. And here I would like to showcase a few things, especially how you can connect the smart account to the application, but also the UI, because both are available. How portability works, meaning that you can take your Safe account into different applications and still interact and have access to the same funds. And then some things more detailed, like how to generate signatures in the front end, how to execute transfers, how to perform contract interactions. Some of them we will play around with them here in this link, which is an application, a demo application from Wallet Connect. You can find it in lab from laboratory.web3modal.com. In library, WACME all in this case, because different technologies are provided and that you can test whether you are using different frameworks like React or Next.js or Vue, and also different libraries like WACME or Ethers. In this case, I will use this one. And here there are some buttons where you can connect your wallet. I'm pretty sure you already know, if you check the past workshops, how to add this into your application or how to initialize them. So I will skip that part. And then here we have some actions we can do, like signing messages, transactions, and sending some transactions. So we can start connecting our wallet. Here we see the AppKit. I didn't mention, I think, that the Safe is only used when the user chooses the social login or email login, but not the other wallets. So we are going to choose one like GitHub. So I'm logging with my GitHub account. Successfully logged in, retrieving user data. We need to sign that we are the owners of this wallet. And now here we see that we are in Ethereum, but I will change this to Optimism. We need to sign this action as well. And now we can open the Web3 model and see how our account looks like. Here it's showing my signer, but if I want to use my Safe, I can click on activate your account, and here it will give you some information of the benefits. So we can continue. For new users, this should be the default behavior, but I already used this one in the past. Okay, so here you can see that I was already playing with this account. I have a little bit of balance there. And now we are ready to test some of the features. So one of them would be signing a message. You can see the message we are signing, and we can sign it. Successfully signed. We can also sign a sign type data message that we can read here and try to understand. And we can also try to send some transactions, for example, to Vitalik, this one here. Okay. And we can also get the transaction data, for example, and have a look. So I see that here only the fees were paid. But this is a demo app, and I know things were changing this morning. So not a big deal, but later we will see the code, how that works. If you are also interested, it's good to see as well. Here in Tenderly, the transaction. Yes, because you might not know, but I don't have balance in my signer account, but only in the safe account. So this is a transaction using the ERC-4337 standard, using the entry point. Here in the gas profiler, you can see how the different calls are made to validate the user op and then to execute it later. And also in the app.safe.global, we can add our account, not this one, this is the hash. But here I think I can copy it, paste it here. And if I go to the settings, I can see what modules, when it was created, how was the setup. So we see that there is a safe module and a fallback handler that are the 4337 adapter from safe that is required in order to use the ERC 4337 with safe. And that would be it from this section. Yes, I also have this application running in localhost to see that there are two different ones. And then if I connect with the same social account, it will generate the same safe address. This is what I was talking about before regarding portability. It's taking a little bit to retrieve the user data, but it should be ready soon. Otherwise, you can test it locally. And I think that's what you will do. So now that we saw what can be done with the safe, we can see also how that is implemented in the front end. So you can use safe that you received from the AppKit in your applications. So this front end that I was showcasing has a GitHub, that is the github.com Wallet Connect Web3 model. I already have this locally. And here there are some folders where you can find some examples with different frameworks and different libraries. These ones are very simple or light. And inside the apps, there is the laboratory, which is the big one. And there's already some functionality implemented where we can learn from. So if we go to tests, or if we go, yes, to the WAGMI tests, I will follow the WAGMI ones, but if you are using Ethers, you have the similar ones implemented with Ethers here. If you notice these buttons are or these sections are the ones that are displayed here. So we will see what is or how these actions are implemented. For example, we can start with how to sign a message. And the cool thing is here, you don't have to implement two different logics depending if the account is a safe or is a externally owned account. The AppKit does it for you. We're using WAGMI and its hooks. So we can start from the button, seeing the onSign message function called when the sign message button is clicked. And inside this message, we see that we are calling them the sign message async function and passing the message we want to sign, and it will return the signature. And this method is coming from the use sign message hook from WAGMI. So apparently this looks very simple. If we go now to the sign type data, it's very similar. We start in the button, in the onClick, the onSign type data method is called, that is here. We have the sign type data async method that we get from the use sign type data hook from WAGMI, where we need to provide all the details of the sign or of the type data we want to sign, like the domain, message, primary type, types, etc. And that will return the signature. Now, if we want to execute a transaction, like sending some native coin, we can go to the WAGMI transaction tests, see that there are some buttons. We want to send a transaction, let's say to Vitalik. Here there is one function that is called onSendTransaction. This one uses the estimate gas. This is a function that we get from the use estimate gas hook from WAGMI, and it returns an estimate gas of the transaction we want to test, which is a transfer to Vitalik. Once we have this here, if there are no errors returned, we can call the send transaction, passing the transaction and the gas. And this send transaction function is coming from the use send transaction from WAGMI. And here we can define two different outcomes depending on if the transaction was successful or it failed. So as you see, all this code is not safe related at all, at least apparently for the developer, which makes it easy to play with if you are already familiar with WAGMI or Ethers. And the same would happen with a contract interaction. In this case here, we have a button to purchase a crypto donut, and there is the onClick event that calls the onSendTransaction function here. Now this will simulate or call the simulate contract function that is implemented. It's returned from the use simulate contract hook from WAGMI. Here we are defining the contract interaction we want to execute. In this case, is calling the method purchase, sending some value to this contract address that has this ABI. And this will return some data. And with this data, the local simulated data, yes, if there are no errors, we can pass it to the write contract method. And again, the write contract method is obtained from the use write contract hook from WAGMI. So this is how you can start playing with a safe in your frontend that you obtain from the AppKit using WAGMI. Again, if you are using Ethers, you have the details here. And I didn't want to go into the details on how to initialize the Web3 model because it was covered already in other workshops. So check them out if you haven't done so yet. And now after this, we can see some resources that we have from Safe in case you want to get some advantage of logic that was already implemented and encapsulated in our SDKs, and you don't want to have a hard time encoding difficult data. Some repos that we have that can be interesting for you, and I will go through the docs after this, but are the SafeCore SDK, where we have several kits, like the protocol kit or the API kit. I think these two would be the most relevant ones for this hackathon and this use case, where well, I will explain them later. Then the Safe modules, in case you want to add or to play around with modules. Here you can see a reference of the official Safe modules we are using, how they are implemented, and it's also covered a bit in our documentation. And then if you are playing around in different networks and you want to make sure what is the address where these modules are deployed, then you can check the Safe modules deployment repo. So we can check our docs, but I think I can go one more. So we can, you can get information from us on X at Safe in our docs, docs.safe.global, and as well in our forum, forum.safe.global. And we can go now to our documentation here. So it will start with a welcome page with some information about the smart accounts and our stack, SafeCore and SafeWallet, saying that SafeWallet is the official frontend, SafeCore is all the infrastructure surrounding smart accounts and account abstraction that we are working on. We have some information about passkeys, maybe not super relevant for this use case. But if we go to the SDK tab, on the left menu, we can find some kits from our SDK. I want to highlight the protocol kit and the API kit, and I will start with the API kit. There is a reference you can check with many functions that you can call. This is a TypeScript SDK that will allow you to get information from the Safe transaction service. And here you can find things like get safe info. If you have the address of a safe, this will return the list of signers, the threshold, and some other configuration properties. You can also get a safe transaction if you have the transaction hash. What else? You can get a list of past transactions, the ones that are incoming, so the ones that the safe is receiving, or the ones that are coming or executed from modules, or the ones that are pending, or you can get all the transactions, or some other things. Feel free to check them out in case you need some functionality in your application and to make it richer. Regarding the protocol kit, we have some guides on how to execute transactions and messages. Here, I want to show the reference again with some methods, and the protocol kit basically interacts with the smart contracts directly on chain. So regarding safe information, you would be able to get the address of a safe, the balance, the chain ID, the nonce, whatever. Owners, you could, for example, this one would be interesting if you are planning, let's say, to work on a recovery mechanism and you want to add, well, maybe not a recovery mechanism itself, but in any case, if you would like to add an owner here, maybe you could call the create add owner transaction, and this will return a safe transaction where you can extract the encoded data and maybe execute it not with this SDK, but with the one we saw from WAGMI, where you already have the call data or the encoding data. And this is what I would recommend from here as well. This applies for modules as well, or safeguards. If you want to add them or disable them, you can get the encoded data from here very easily. And then in the advanced section, we have some more information regarding the Safe Smart account in case you want to implement a safe module or a safeguard. There is here a video that will showcase a bit how the interface looks like. So you can plug a module with some custom logic that does something into your safe. And we also have some information about ERC 4337 and 7579. The 4337 is already implemented inside the AppKit, so there's no need to use this one. Regarding the 7579, if you are not familiar with it, it's a standard that tries to solve the problem of different accounts having different interfaces to plug extensions like modules. So there is a safe 7579 adapter that you can plug as a safe module and also as a fallback handler. You have more documentation here in the safe 7579 adapter. Also, you can check our GitHub and the standard as well. So I think this should be enough as an overview. And then if we go back here, I think we are missing the bounties. So thank you for staying until the end. And well, here we have a few prices on the same category, that is social and email login and universal wallets, altogether safe and magic. The first price would be $7,000. The second one would be $5,000. The third one would be $3,000. And then there is a more a more generic one for 5 people with $1,000 each. So thank you very much for attending this workshop. It was a pleasure for me. Feel free to reach out if you want to check out some ideas before you start or even in the middle of the hackathon. We are on the Discord. We will be doing support there. So feel free to reach out.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Herman. I don't see any Q&As in the live chat, but I did see a few in the Discord, and yeah, I know you're in there, and we've also got our DevRel team. Shout out to Thomas and Glitch, Brian. So yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the Discord, and we'll be getting back to you as soon as possible. But that was great. Thank you so much, Herman. I especially like the slides. Like, I'm a very visual person. I feel like they were enticing. So
Thank you very much.
awesome. Let's see. Okay, I think we have Amir. I'm sorry to run late, but did he cover the 4337 demo? Did we cover the 4337 demo?
Yes, I didn't went through the ERC 4337 docs from Safe because the 4337 functionality is already included in the AppKit. So all the transactions using Safe inside the AppKit will be ERC 4337 transactions. As far as I remember, maybe somebody from Wallet Connect can confirm, but from my experience, they are not sponsored by, but the fees are extracted from the safe itself. But you don't need to have gas in the signer.
Yeah, Glitch, maybe do you have something to add to this? Any more insights or?
Yeah, that's correct. The also the first time the wallet is created is deployed after the first transaction, so you can sign even without the smart account on deployed. So yeah.
Cool. Okay, I hope that answered your question. If you have any more doubts, feel free to elaborate asynchronously in the Discord. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to get more answers there. So we also have how to implement ERC 7579 modules using Safe. I feel like there was a slide on this. Correct me if I'm wrong, Herman, but
We mentioned that a little bit briefly. This is one of the most tricky topics, I think, because it's not right now it's not natively supported in the AppKit. But as you have a safe, you can add more things to the safe by yourself outside of the AppKit. And the right setup for the safe in order to work with the 7579 is to enable the safe 7579 adapter as a safe module and as a fallback handler at the same time. And that way you would be able to plug modules that are compatible with this standard to your safe or to the adapter.
great. Thank you. I hope that answered your question, Anon. We've also got someone asking, can we use Safe to create a staking module?
I don't know how that would look like. Maybe if they can share more details on the use case. Basically, modules, what they do is you can plug them in your safe and they have access, like root access to execute safe transactions. And you can define a logic where you say when transactions from the module can go through or not. You want to prevent that anybody calls a module and executes something in your safe, but only certain people, or depends on the use case. I don't know if that answers the question, but I don't have more details.
All good. Yep. Just to that person who asked this question, if you can elaborate further on the use case, drop it in the specific safe channel, perhaps on the Discord, that would be great. Okay, Alicia David said, I think this Coinbase API can handle the staking module. This is not a question, but thank you for dropping that. One more. I think someone asked, is there a place to see example modules?
Yes, so there are two types of modules. Safe modules that are plugged directly into your safe and they are not compatible with other accounts. Those you can find them in our Safe Global GitHub, in the Safe Modules repository. There you can find some like the allowance module that defines or basically allows certain accounts to withdraw periodically with the time period you define certain amount of the token you decide. Just as an example. Also, Zodiac from Gnosis Guild have modules related to DAOs. But then if you are thinking about the 7579 modules, then you can find them in the Rhinestone documentation and also the ERC7579.com webpage, I think. And then there is a list of 30 or 40. Not all of them fully implemented, but you can get an idea of what is needed and then implement yours.
Perfect. Awesome. And I think that brings us to the end. I don't see any more questions in the chat nor the Q&A. Once again, thank you so much, Herman, for joining us. This is Herman Martinez from Safe, presenting Universal Wallets with Safe as part of the Build the New Internet Hackathon. shout out to Deffolio team for making sure everything is in shape. Also a shout out to our DevRel team who are with us today. They're awesome. I really couldn't have done it without you guys. And yeah, see you in the Discord. Good luck. Can't wait to see what everyone builds. So yeah, awesome. Stay safe, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
It was a pleasure. Bye bye.
Thank you, folks.
Bye.